All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling Sadvipras.
Sadvipras.
Yeah, it's like reaching peak human potential, you know. And get this, our source is 16 points: physical, mental, spiritual, and social fitness. An excerpt, but still.
16 points, that's quite the framework.
Right. We're focusing on points 9 through 16, the psycho-spiritual stuff.
Getting to the core of transformation.
Exactly. And what's cool is how it mixes, like, ancient Eastern philosophy with modern psychology.
Interesting combo. So we're talking chakras, hormones, and how our minds evolve.
You got it. It all starts with point 9, sadhana. That feels like a complete rewiring, honestly.
It kind of is. Sadhana is ongoing, this constant push towards freedom from our limits.
Freedom from limits, I like that.
The source describes it as concentrating the mind, then expanding it, then aiming it at the infinite. Like, whoa.
Okay, that's a bit out there. Any way to grasp that better?
Imagine a water drop wanting to become the ocean.
Okay, I'm listening.
First, it gathers itself, concentrates, right? Then it vaporizes, expands like crazy, finally emerges back into the ocean. All that vastness.
So sadhana's like that. Yeah. Concentrating, expanding, merging with potential.
Exactly. It's a beautiful process.
Love the analogy. Makes it way more real.
Yeah.
But how do we actually do sadhana?
The source breaks it into 4 stages. First, freeing the mind from distractions, minimizing me and mine, starting externally, then moving inwards.
Whoa. Detaching from stuff, that's tough, especially these days.
Definitely. So stage 2 is preparation, using Shravana, Manana, and Nidihasana.
Hold on. Those are...
Shravana's listening to spiritual content, Manana's deep thinking, Nidihasana is focused meditation, creating that inner quiet. The source even mentions Prapat Samgit and Kiirtana.
Devotional music.
Yeah. Calming the mind, setting the stage.
Makes sense. Got to prep before you build, right?
Exactly. Now this is where it gets interesting. Stage 3, sense withdrawal. Buddha Shuddhi, detaching from the physical world. Then there's Asana Shuddhi.
Asana, like yoga poses?
Kind of, but here it's withdrawing focus from the body, step by step, starting with your feet.
Feet first. Why?
It's about the chakras. The source gets into the science, connecting it to the reticular activating system, the RAS. Each chakra impacts bodily functions, hormones. You withdraw focus, you optimize them.
So it's not just mystical, it's like biohacking your energy centers.
You could say that. Stage 4 is expanding the mind. Sita Shuddhi, contemplating yourself within nothingness, all that potential.
Okay, that's pretty deep.
Right. And here's where samskaras come in, those impressions from our past experiences.
Samskaras, like our subconscious programming.
Exactly. They shape our reactions. The source says to use an Ista mantra, a personalized sound or phrase.
To break free from those patterns.
Yes. Tap into that vastness.
Wow. Free the mind, prepare, withdraw, expand. Quite the journey. Anything else to help with sadhana?
The source mentions a bunch of extras like pranayama, breath control, chakra shodhan, refining those energy centers, pratyahara, sense withdrawal, and pankajanya, early morning meditation.
It's a whole toolkit.
Find what works for you. Make it part of your life.
Awesome. So from sadhana, we move to point 10, focus on goal. What's that about?
Finding your guiding light, a teacher, an ideal, something that resonates deep within you, like this focus on goal or Ista guides you to your potential. It's really interesting. This links to psychologist C.R. Snyder's research, who found that hope is linked to success.
So a strong goal fuels us. But what about when you're in the zone, achieving effortlessly? Does the source mention that?
Totally. It brings in the idea of flow from Daniel Goleman's work on emotional intelligence. Remember, when you accomplished something tough, did hope play a role? Did it feel effortless when you were fully engaged? The source suggests that the pineal gland helps us access that flow state.
The pineal gland again. It's doing a lot, but it's just focusing on a goal enough.
The source introduces the guru as the ultimate goal, the ultimate Ista. Not just any teacher, but a source of optimism that helps you unlock your potential. The source talks about how the guru can guide you towards liberation, even transforming negativity with positive microvita.
Microvita. Some kind of energy.
Yeah, subtle positive energy that shifts your mindset, helps break free from limitations.
Wow, a guru's like a guide, a cheerleader, and an energy booster all in one.
You got it.
So we've got sadhana, focus on goal, ideally with a guru. But what about the big picture? Where does ideology fit in?
That's point 11. And this is where the source separates science and technology. Science seeks truth, right? Technology, it's about what works.
So not anti-tech. but using it wisely.
Exactly. Ideology is like a science of ideas for all-around human development. It answers, work for who?
Because tech without purpose can go sideways fast.
Totally. A strong ideology based on physico-psycho-spiritual parallelism can change things big time. Restructuring neural circuits, more relaxation, deeper self-awareness.
Wow. It's not just ideas, it's changing how our brains work.
Right? It's fascinating stuff.
It reminds me of what Baba said. Truthfulness, one should not fall in one's own eyes. Like aligning with our values, not just talking about them.
That's a great connection. Speaking of aligning actions, point 12 is code of conduct. This is where we look at how to live a Sadvipra life, putting it all into practice.
Putting it into practice, I like that. So how should we act? What does the source say?
It starts strong. Ada yoga anushashanam. Discipline is the foundation of yoga. No shortcuts here.
Straight talk. Got to put in the work. What kind of discipline, though?
Anushasanam, the source calls it, discipline for all-round welfare. Not just self-control, but choices that benefit everyone.
Moving from me to we. Beautiful idea. But how do specific rules help with that?
The source explains that conduct rules help unlearn bad habits and build new good ones, like rewiring our brains. This impacts our hormones, too, all positive changes.
It's not blind obedience. It's about rewiring for happiness for everyone. What rules are we talking about?
It dives into Yama, which is all about control. It helps us fight that fear response, which often comes from the Manipura chakra, and grow hope connected to the Anahata chakra.
So less fear, more hope. Sign me up.
Right. The source gets into how fear works in the brain, the thalamus, the amygdala, and how modern life keeps us in emergency mode constantly.
No wonder we're all stressed out. Our brains are on overdrive.
Exactly. Yama helps us take back control, find balance.
Okay, but where does Satya, truthfulness, fit into this?
The source makes Satya central to the Yama. It's aligning thoughts, words, actions with purpose. It's living with integrity, even when tough. And being truthful isn't just moral, it transforms us. It creates good qualities, impacting even the subconscious, what the source calls endoplasm.
Endoplasm.
Yeah.
That's like deep down in our minds.
That subconscious part shaping your reactions, even the ones you're not aware of.
So Satya, it purifies even those hidden parts of ourselves.
You could say that.
Incredible. Are there other things that help with this purification?
The source explains Niyama, which is about self-regulation, Shauka, cleanliness, inside and out, Svadhyaya, studying inspiring stuff, and Satsanga, keeping good company, creating a good environment for spiritual growth, both inside and out.
It's like tending a garden, but for your soul.
Exactly.
So Yama helps conquer fear, grow truthfulness, and the Yama's about self-regulation and the good environment. Anything else in this code of conduct?
It mentions social norms and 15 shilas, ethical guidelines for society as expressing that inner balance, taking the transformation and spreading it outwards, creating a better world.
Wow, realizing that personal growth and a better world are connected.
Exactly.
We've covered sadhana, focus on goal, ideology, code of conduct, a lot to take in. But it feels like they all build on each other, leading to Sadvipra.
They do. That's what makes this journey so fascinating. It's a complete approach, helping us create real, positive change in ourselves and the world around us.
Which takes us to points 13 and 14, Supreme Command and Dharmacakra. Tell me about those.
The Supreme Command is like a reminder of your spiritual duties. It keeps you focused on liberation, on reaching that higher state. And the source says following it leads to positive neurochemical changes. It's like stress hormones getting replaced with feel-good ones.
So it's not just an idea, it's impacting our brain chemistry. That's pretty wild. What about Dharmacakra? What's that about?
Dharmacakra is collective meditation. It's like using the power of collective thought to create positive social change.
Like harnessing group energy for good. Isn't there a risk of it getting out of control, though?
Great question. The source talks about that. It mentions the dangers of mob psychology, where things spiral into negativity. It's about making sure that energy is focused on something positive.
So intention matters. We have to channel that power in the right direction. What are the benefits of Dharmacakra?
The source highlights the importance of weekly Dharmacakra for faster spiritual growth and strengthening your personal sadhana. It's finding your tribe, your people, amplifying everyone's efforts.
Personal and collective transformation combined. I love that. Okay, 2 more points. Oath and C.S.D.K. What can you tell me about them?
Oaths, especially those focused on universal well-being, they create energy, both internal and external. They remind us of our goals, keep us moving towards positive action. The source shares a specific oath given by Baba in 1990, focusing on elevating everyone, all beings.
So it's a commitment to something bigger, a dedication to a better world for everyone.
You got it. And then there's C.S.D.K, conduct rules, seminars, duty, and Kiirtana. Each part is crucial for becoming a Sadvipra, and the source talks about the amazing things that happen in our brains and bodies when we practice them. It's like ancient teachings being confirmed by modern science.
Incredible. We've covered so much. From sadhana to C.S.D.K. Becoming Sadvipra, it's a journey of transformation touching every part of who we are.
It is, and it's a journey that anyone can take. It's about making choices, building good habits, and finding your community.
It's amazing how these teachings can help create a better future. But before we go too far, let's break down C.S.D.K. Starting with C, conduct rules. We talked about Yama and Niyama, but there's got to be more, right?
Definitely. These rules aren't about restrictions. They're about aligning your actions with your values, creating harmony inside and out, like setting healthy boundaries for yourself and how you interact with the world.
Conscious, ethical living. Makes sense. What about Cirrus, seminars? What's the source's take on those?
Seminars create shared energy, purpose, elevating everyone involved, like Samvamanasi Janatham, that idea of like-minded people boosting their spiritual efforts together.
Could that energy be used for social change, you think? For a better world?
It's an exciting thought, right? Imagine people committed to a better future, sharing ideas, inspiring each other, taking action together. The source talks about this, contrasting it with the dangers of mob psychology.
So channeling that energy wisely, with compassion, not letting it turn negative.
Exactly. Intention is key.
Makes sense. D is for duty. What's the source say about that?
It's about putting insights into action, grounding your ideals in service, not just thinking, but doing, embodying your values.
Bridging the gap between thought and action, interchange, and making a difference in the world.
Right. The source talks about papa, actions that harm the collective, and punya, actions that help everyone. It's making choices that benefit everyone, not just yourself.
It even says the shift in action requires changes in the brain, like rewiring ourselves for compassion.
Pretty amazing.
Totally. Okay, K, Kiirtana, where does that fit in?
Kiirtana, the chanting, the singing, it shifts your energy from crude to subtle. Remember how we talked about modern life pulling us down? Kiirtana reverses that, lifts you up, connects you to something higher.
I love Kiirtana. It's so uplifting. That rhythm, the chanting together, it changes everything. How does it work, according to the source?
3 stages. Shravana, listening. Manana, thinking about the meaning. And nididhyasana, being totally absorbed in it. Purifying your mind, connecting to something bigger.
Meditation in motion. Love it. So we've come full circle. Sadhana, that journey of transformation, and now C.S.D.K, the practices that help us along the way, bringing those insights into the world, creating a better future.
It's a beautiful framework. It addresses everything, helping us find peace, connect to something meaningful, and contribute to the good of all.
Powerful stuff, and so relevant today. We need more people focused on personal growth, service, and creating a better future.
Absolutely. And the source makes it clear it's not just about individual enlightenment. It's a collective awakening that benefits everyone.
So where do we begin? What's the first step on the path to Sadvipra?
The source stresses finding a qualified guru, someone to guide you. Having that experienced teacher makes a huge difference. Support, guidance, inspiration, it's all there.
Like a map and compass for unknown territory. But is finding a guru enough? What about personal responsibility?
That's crucial. The source reminds us sadhana is an internal process that imposes sublime ideas on the mind. Own your growth, cultivating inner stillness, clarity through meditation, self-reflection, ethical living.
Building that strong foundation within.
Exactly. Then, extending outwards, using practices like dharmacakra, selfless service, to create positive change.
Bridging personal and collective transformation again, seeing how they're connected.
It's a beautiful vision, right? A world where everyone can thrive, reach their potential, contribute to the good of all.
It is, but it's also a challenging path. Lots of obstacles.
Yeah.
How do we navigate those, stay true to ourselves?
That's where the conduct rules come in. They help you make conscious choices, stay aligned with your aspirations, even when things get tough.
And the source highlights satya, truthfulness, as the foundation of ethical conduct, aligning thoughts, words, actions with purpose, living with integrity even when it's difficult.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about being perfect right away. It's continuous progress, small steps leading to big changes.
Embracing the process, the ups and downs, knowing even setbacks or opportunities to learn.
You got it. The source encourages us to be resilient, keep going, trust the process. Even when we stumble, we get back up and keep moving.
So we've talked about finding a guru, inner stillness, integrity, embracing the journey. What else is essential for becoming a Sadvipra? What do you want our listeners to remember?
The source highlights gratitude, appreciating what we have, shifting focus from what's missing to the abundance around us.
Gratitude, that's so powerful. It changes everything, opens our hearts to joy.
Right. And the source suggests it helps us connect to the divine energy that's everywhere. It's seeing the sacredness of life, approaching every moment with reverence.
Expanding our concern beyond ourselves to include all beings, recognizing we're all connected.
Exactly. And as we cultivate love and gratitude, we naturally start acting for the benefit of everyone. It's a beautiful cycle, from personal growth to collective well-being, from inner change to outer action.
A reminder that our personal journeys impact the planet and everyone on it.
It does. And the source reminds us this journey towards Sadvipra, it's lifelong. It unfolds with each step.
Not a destination, but a journey to savor.
Right. And the rewards are amazing. A life of purpose, joy, deep fulfillment.
It's inspiring, that potential for joy for everyone.
Yeah.
But let's be real, Sadvipra. Reaching that level, it sounds intense. Any encouragement from the source for those of us just starting out?
The cool thing is, it's not about being perfect right away. It's progress. Those small steps adding up to big change. Remember, even a huge journey starts with one step.
Love that, focusing on the journey, not just the end. And the source makes it clear, it's a joyful journey. Insights, connections, fulfillment. It's not about denying yourself, living like a monk. It's balance, aligning what you want with your best self.
Exactly. Not suppressing desires, but transforming them, aiming them higher.
Refining our desires, making them match our purpose. Got it. As we grow, does our capacity for joy, for fulfillment grow too?
It does. We get less hung up on fleeting stuff and more tuned in to the deeper happiness inside.
Beautiful. It's like finding peace that nothing can shake.
Exactly. And that peace spreads out, touching our relationships, communities, everything.
So wrapping up, what's the biggest takeaway from this Sadvipra deep dive? What should our listeners hold on to?
For me, the source shows that Sadvipra is a whole being journey. It's not just meditation or chanting, it's integrating everything, physical, mental, spiritual, and aiming it at a higher purpose. Living with integrity, compassion, service, making things better for everyone.
Recognizing we're all connected. Taking responsibility for ourselves, each other, the planet. And maybe most importantly, remembering we can all reach this level. It's a path for everyone.
Beautifully said. And the source makes a point. The world needs Sadvipras now. Individuals will step up, lead with wisdom, compassion, create a better future.
So to our listeners, what steps will you take today towards your best self? What seeds of transformation will you plant?
Until next time, keep diving deep, keep exploring, aim high.
The journey matters just as much as the destination. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.